Alright, hey everyone. Welcome back to the 10x10 project. Today we are on map 3. So yeah, this one is called Salvia. And this is where things really start to pick up in 10x10. So far the maps have been kind of contained. The fights haven't been that difficult. But, you know, they still looked cool. This map is where things really start to pick up in terms of the combat and the level size. Things start to get larger, the fights start to get nastier, and as you can see, things also start to get quite strange. Yeah, just the I'm not moving right now because there's a revenant to my left. Yeah, the visuals in this map are really strange. Like they kind of pick up where the last map left off. Maps 2 and 3 and then 4 and 5 kind of do that. They're like kind of pairs in my mind. And this map is kind of the pair. Holy crap. Whoa. One hyperactive revenant just right away. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. Holy shit. Try to kill this pain elemental fast as I can. And then I want to get the chain gunners. Okay. Revenue's like, shut up. Shut up and fight me. Okay then. I got you. Jesus. Okay, well, luckily we can get a secret right away. If you'll notice, one of these skulls isn't like the other. And you get a mega armor. Very nice. Man, that revenant just like completely took me out of my entire train of thought. I have no clue what I was gonna say next. I don't know, there's something about the visuals of this map and how weird they look. Plays really well with the MIDI. It's another suitably creepy track. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go down here and do our first like big fight in the map. But we gotta clear this little area out first. Probably gonna rocket this guy. Right. Chain gunner. Since I already have the fist out, I'm gonna punch him to death. Alright, cool. So yeah, now we get to the first kind of quote-unquote fight in the map. And this map is where we start to see the more typical style of fights that LunchLunch does. So the deal with this is that there's going to be a couple imps over here, then a couple imps over here. There's going to be a Baron on either side, and then there's going to be Archviles down in this little like blood sewer thing. And the deal is we have to hit 2 switches so that we can leave and the Archviles start getting crushed. So that is the plan. So yeah, see, you have to dodge the Archviles while dealing with all this other stuff. It can definitely be a bit nerve-wracking. Especially if you're kind of screwing up like me. But now the Archviles should start getting crushed. And we should be good. So yeah, that kind of fight is really common in this squad. It's kind of presents like a much more stylized fight. A bit more dramatic and kind of creative. LunchLunch does that a lot. And I really like it. So now we're in probably the biggest area. This is where the finale happens, but we won't be doing much of anything with this area yet besides just kind of clearing it out for later. Yeah, so far I hope you can see the slight difficulty spike. It definitely, oh, I did not mean to wake you up. It definitely becomes a lot more obvious in a minute or two. But yeah, this is where 10 by 10 starts to stop messing around. Well, kind of. You'll see. There's a couple more enemies here that I want to get out of the way. Especially the damn lost souls. Get out of here. Alright, cool. I got this revenant. Ow, Jesus, why? Oh my god. I literally just practiced this map, I swear. As soon as I hit the record button and start talking, it's like I lose like 90% of my skills. Anyway. So, I actually want to, instead of going to the next fight, I want to get this area out of the way. There's a couple things in here we can do. Like grab that SSG, but it is trapped. I just want to get everyone out of the way first. Alright, cool. What does this switch for? Did I hit this? I don't think I hit that. Huh. I honestly don't know what that switch is for, but anyway. So yeah, walking over this SSG spawns an Archie right here. Then right next to the SSG is a sneaky switch, which will reveal the final secret right here. You want to watch out, of course. Can't get anything for free around here, so dispatch of the revenants. All right. Now we can go to the second fight, which is this way. All right. This one is kind of similar to the last one. Basically, some specters and a couple of Hell Knights spawn down here in this walkway, and then two large crowds of imps are right here and over here, and you have to hit a couple switches to get out. What I like to do is I like to just get the specters out of the way because, in terms of like navigation and like space, they're definitely the biggest threats. And you know, the Hell Knights are just kind of larger, just kind of lumbering imps, so they don't really pose much of a threat. Besides just being a bit tankier. Alright. Now we can leave. Gotta get rid of these imps first. Yeah, I really like these kinds of fights that LunchLunch does. Kind of like creative yet very contained fights. One of my favorite kinds of fights that he does in this WOD. But now I believe we get to the possibly the most dangerous fight. You'll see here. After this, of course. But someone, a certain special someone gets revealed. And he's wearing some interesting attire. Should probably grab that beforehand. Alright. Here's the special man. wearing a very interesting outfit. It's pretty funny. But yeah, this is a very, like, kind of Sunlust or like Death Destiny kind of reveal where everyone's facing away from you. Now, what I kind of like to do is I like to see if the cyber will shoot at the groups of enemies up top there. Then I just kind of go around shotgunning these revenants. Seems like he's putting in some work. I just love his outfit. It's so funny. Something that I really like about this WAD is that LunchLunch isn't afraid to put humor in into the maps, whether it be through the titles or like this through the sprites. Very awkward cyber to fight. I guess I don't need to really be too frugal with my ammo spending, but I kind of just want to, because you never know. Shit can always go sideways when I record, so just want to play it safe. I say as I play peekaboo with a cyber demon. Okay. So, unless I'm missing a random enemy, I believe we have everything we need to kind of get to the finale. So, in this finale, there's going to be an archvile in here. There's going to be a bunch of crap down here, including a cyber. And back here, or well, first thing, old chain gunner trap. But back here, there's going to be some cacos and a pain elemental that come in from like this area. And then there's going to be like revenants and stuff that come from that way. Now what I like to do is I like to stay up here and kill the archvile first. And kill those guys and then go over here to kill the... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, well, plan failed. Plan failed big time. I did not expect the cyber to be over there, truthfully. Every time I've done this, the cyber has always kind of been in this area. Just kind of duking it out with everyone in here, but this time, specifically for the recording, he said no, I'm not gonna do that. Which, I mean, that's understandable. I'd do that too if I were a Doom monster when I was recording. I probably shouldn't be here. Okay. Well, I mean, all things considered, it still went all right. I did not expect him to wander back here. I really didn't. I guess, I don't know, maybe it was my positioning that was different this time around. Not really sure. We need to get out of here, though, so... Where's that switch? There's a switch around here. Not this one. Right here. Yep. And then... over here. There we go. Now we get the key. And there you have it. Now we just have 2 random shotgunners at the end. And that's the map. That is Salvia. It's a really cool map. It's a very cool escalation in terms of the combat and the fights, and the visuals in a way as well is really strange. In particular, the usage of the faces, combined with all the creepy, like, blood and, like, the skin textures. Kind of reminds me of, like, House of Dead skin in a way. These, like, maps 3 through 5 really remind me of that WOD. Don't know if that was an influence, but just something that I thought was interesting in my practice. But yeah, there we go. That was map 3, Salvia. Really like that map. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in map 4. Bye-bye.